see from the title, we are here back with another Potomac review. I'm weak right now because I know I've been gone for like 4 reviews. I'm so sorry. Like, I know this is not an update video, but real quick update. So I've been gone, you know, taking a little break. I went to go visit family, came back home because it was a long drive there and back. Took some time off to just relax, get some sleep, you know, do more work with my son because, you know, he has the online school learning. I'm sure a lot of you parents can relate to the struggle of that. And then also, like, I recently got monetized on YouTube. Okay, it's not a big deal, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little excited, and I should be, okay, because I put a lot of time and effort into doing these videos, so it's a cute little accomplishment or whatever, so kudos to me. Also, I got my first photo shoot coming up, guys. So it's not like a big deal, whatever. It's for my sister's eyelash company, but still, bitch, it's my first little professional photo shoot, okay? And so I have to go back down to visit my family again to do that. So hopefully this time, though, I don't take a whole 3 weeks off. But, you know, I have some videos in the works, so even if I do take time off, I'm still going to be posting. I also plan to take you guys with me, vlog a little bit and take you guys behind the scenes with me for my first photo shoot. So if you guys fuck with me and you want to see that, comment down below and let me know. Support you, bitch. Okay, like if you're here, you should support me, okay? I mean, I'm just saying if you're here, you might as well support. If you don't want to support, then get the fuck out of here. And then last but not least, and then we're gonna get into this review. About these reviews, I also kind of wasn't in a rush to come back and do these reviews because I kind of felt like I didn't really care to do them no more. I'm not gonna lie, I know I promised you guys that I would do them every week, and I really did mean that at the time, but I forgot that I have a tendency to sometimes skip a couple of weeks, and like if I'm busy or if I don't feel like watching it, I just don't watch it. And then I was like, oh shit, I do reviews, so I have to watch it every week. And then, yeah. So please comment down below. Let me know if you want to see me continue to do these review reaction videos to the Real Housewives of Potomac every week, okay? If you guys really fuck with the kid and you guys really want to see me do this every week and keep it consistent, please comment down below and support. Give some engagement and let me know. Give me some likes too in the like button and let me know if you like this review, and if you want to see me do more reviews. The more likes I see, the more comments and engagement I see, it will help me to want to continue to do this every week. I do plan to do this every week, but I'm just saying, like, I ain't gonna lie, there may be a time or two I may lag. So if you support your girl, it will be a lot easier for me to continue. But I will say this, the Salt Lake City version is coming out soon. New franchise for the girls. Okay, I'm gonna be here for it. So when that drops, I will be reviewing and reacting to it. If it's good, I plan to do it every week, but I definitely will review the season finale. No, not the finale. What is it called? The season premiere, to see what it's about and see if it's good or whatever. So stay tuned for that as well. So you already know the drill. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, or if you like me and videos like this. Like this video, comment down below, give me some engagement. Okay, so we start the episode out with them finishing their dinner. And I guess right before Candace was gonna let Ashley know, I think either Candace wasn't really planning on letting Ashley know and they just kind of edited it that way last week to make it seem like she was, just to make it look interesting for us to tune in for next week. Or she actually was going to say something, but Giselle stopped her in the midst and was like, we'll just do it another time. So that's what happened. And then they go back to the lake house, and then Giselle and Candace plan to let Ashley know what's going on while the girls are outside doing the campfire with Monique. Now, I'm not going to lie, and we'll get into this later in the review. I was not expecting Monique to, let's be honest, go batshit crazy the next morning over the fact that Giselle, Candace, and Ashley had their own private situation or conversation during the little campfire she had outside. Like, in the midst of it at the nighttime when she was like kind of getting irritated about it, I thought she was like kind of being playful with it. I didn't think she was like really upset like that, but the way she reacted to Candace the next morning, I was like, damn, she was really tripping. But like Wendy said, I think it was more because it was Candace, but we'll get into that. So with the whole fact that Candace and Giselle broke the news to Ashley, You know, Ashley pretty much just took it like I expected her to. It was just like she listened. She didn't get upset or mad because she knows her husband. Let's just keep it 100. And it wasn't like they came with any malice intent. So there was no reason to go off. But she kind of just ate it. And that's all really she could do. I mean, she can get mad. But even if she got mad, it's like the person she needs to be mad at is not there. So either way, really nothing she can do until she smooths it out with the person she needs to smooth it out with, which is her husband. I'm actually surprised that Giselle didn't turn this into a messy moment. Because that's what she loves to do. And at first when Candace told Giselle this information, I was like, of all people, you told Giselle. But now that I've seen the way Giselle reacted to Ashley, and then thinking about how like all the seasons have gone and how Giselle and Ashley like interact with one another, I realized that actually Giselle was the perfect person to tell, because Ashley is the one person aside from Robin that Giselle actually genuinely likes and genuinely doesn't want to get, how do you say, like, if you pay attention, you've been watching the show from the beginning, because see, Ashley's been on since the very beginning. Giselle has never really, other than when the first season, because they didn't know Ashley like that, and they kind of looked at her as like this, you know, messy, young, goofy girl trying to fit in with these like older women. But as Giselle kind of like grew a relationship to Ashley, you can tell that she kind of like looks at her as a friend. And even if she's not like really close to her like that outside of the show, you can tell on the show she actually looks at her as a friend almost as much as she looks at Robin as a friend. Because whenever there's mess, like Giselle's quick to be messy with everybody else's drama. She's quick to like give reads and be, you know, rude, annoying, all that. But with Ashley, she doesn't give her that energy. She always is on her side. She's always trying to help Ashley. Even with the whole Candace and Ashley thing, it was like she was gun-ho when Candace giving Ashley that apology. Every time Ashley's in some type of beef or something, Giselle's always taking her side. At least since like season 2. For sure since season 3. But I want to say since season 2. And like normally, like I said, with this situation, Giselle would have took it and ran with it, like especially like with Monique. She don't care for Monique, and even everyone else, like Karen, anyone else other than Robin. But because it's Ashley, and you can tell that she likes Ashley. I think it's because they're both a lot alike. They're both messy, and they both enjoy mess. Now Ashley has calmed down a lot since she's had the baby, but before she had Dean, let's keep it real, we remember Ashley was messy as fuck. Okay, she was very close to taking home the #1 award, okay? But Giselle beats her in that. But Ashley's damn near close. She's messy too. And they're a lot alike, and I think that's why Giselle likes her and takes a liking to her. So then Karen gets drunk with the girls and spills her tea. Now, all the girls was drinking too, but Karen, as you can tell, was the most fucked up. I thought it was a cute little moment, and you could tell Karen was trying to have a moment with the girls. And I was here for it. But the only thing that sucks about sometimes like watching these shows is like, you can tell there's moments when like the girls will try to have like sincere, genuine moments with one another. And then there's always that one or the few in the group that'll ruin it and like have an attitude or kill it. Like you can kind of tell like Karen was trying to kind of be genuine and have like a girl's moment, even though I understand it's on camera, so maybe that's probably why they weren't that comfortable. But I mean, still, that's what you do for a living, so just get used to it. And the alcohol was flowing and it looked fun. Like, just get into it, sisters. But you can tell that Karen was the only one like having a genuine moment. Wendy was drinking and she was there. But because for whatever reason, Karen and Wendy don't like each other, or they have this existent beef, whatever. Like Wendy was there, but at the same time it was like and then listen, this was a small clip, so they probably had a great night that night. We just seen what we seen. But from what we seen, it looked like Wendy's still in that moment, even with drinking, and Karen spilling her guts and being 100, or at least trying to be, whatever you want to call it. She still kind of seemed standoffish. And then the fact that she told Robin the next day that she was drinking, and it just came off like she was kind of trying to be messy, just a little bit, because we already know that her and Karen have this like weird beef. It was just like, y'all need to get over this. But with that being said, you can also tell that Karen tried to like make Candace and Monique have a moment, and it just wasn't there. But you know, I'm not mad at it, because at least they were both honest with it and there was no like argument or beef. So that's good. But then it's like it happened the next morning, so whatever, we'll get to that. I will say though that I think it's a little bit cute that Robin and Wendy are starting to form like a little sidebar bond. I think that's cute because Robin needs friends other than Giselle, okay? Because Giselle's like her only real ally on there. And Ashley too, I guess. But she doesn't, I never see her hang out with Ashley by herself. It's usually when Giselle's there too. But I think this is cute. I think it's cute, you know? It's cute. Okay, so Monique basically has built up frustration and she feels some type of way, a lot of type of ways towards Candace. And instead of just like them talking about it and getting it out in the open or whatever, or just not inviting her to your house if you were gonna act like this, it just seemed like Monique kind of took that situation that happened the night before with Candace and Giselle and Ashley speaking, you know, side away from the group as a reason for her to go off on Candace. I mean, even though, listen, I like Monique and there's moments when I'm team Monique and I'm not gonna lie, there's moments when I'm team Candace. But in my opinion, in this episode, Monique was doing too much. But we can kind of all tell why. It's because basically she has built up frustration towards Candace. And instead of keeping it 100 and being open and honest and talking about it, getting it out in the open and just like, let's get it out there and be done with it and be done with her. Or if you're gonna rekindle this relationship, get it out in the open. It's like they're both repressing their feelings towards each other and just being like, oh, we'll let it go. And then you have moments like this where Monique was in the wrong and completely goes off on Candace over nothing. Like, I understand what Monique was trying to say, but at the same time, it's like, sis, everyone in this group are grown women. They don't have to go outside and do your bonfire if they don't want to. Like Candace said, we've been doing what you planned the whole trip, for most of the trip, but just this one moment we had our own time. And Monique was like, yeah, you did what she said. She was like, basically like, you did what I wanted you guys to do most of the trip and not all of the trip. But it's like, sis, we're at the end of the day, we're all grown women. I don't give a fuck if we all went on a trip together to Jamaica and you paid for it. I'm a grown ass woman. If I want to spend a day in the hotel with Tamika and me and Tamika just want to stay in the hotel together and chill, just me and her, and the rest of y'all go do your thing, the rest of y'all go do your thing. We're all grown women. We don't have to stay together, wipe each other's asses all day. I can do what I want. Like, Monique was tripping. And I think it's like Wendy said, it's really just because she feels some type of way about Candace, towards Candace, about the whole Charisse thing and the rumors about the marriage. And she took that opportunity to take it out on her. And it was just kind of stupid and misplaced. And then she tried to make it seem like Candace was being messy for even bringing it up. But it's like, that's what friends are supposed to do. Because I'm gonna tell you this, is if you claim to be my friend and you have some actual real evidence and truth, not just some bullshit rumor, but actual evidence and truth behind some bullshit that's going on in my marriage, I want to know. Period. So I didn't think Candace was in the wrong. And Candace even tried to like diffuse the situation and apologize, and Monique still wasn't having it. So you could tell she's just feeling some type of way. But sis, you're gonna have to take that up with yourself, or yeah, that was some misplaced anger. And we gonna talk about your marriage, Monique, because I have some questions, comments, and concerns. So Giselle wins her award. Congratulations to her. And then the couples all, you know, eat their food and they have like this talk about, you know, problems with their in-laws, which is a cute little talk. I think it's a good little talk. You know, Wendy was opening up about her situation with her in-laws and how her husband's parents don't like her and her mother and her family. It's basically like a battle between the in-laws, and they, you know, the husband and wife happen to just be caught in the middle of it. Nothing really to do with the mom disliking Wendy, or it's really just a battle of two mother-in-laws. And because the hatred, or the dislike, I should say, is so strong, it ruined the dynamic of like all the families interacting with one another. And that sucks. But you know what? The one thing I will say that's beautiful is that regardless of what happened, despite all the BS, Wendy and her husband stayed together, and Wendy husband didn't allow his mother's dislike and feelings towards his wife to deter him from being his wife's husband, and it didn't deter him from putting his wife first. And I appreciate that, because there's a lot of men who believe that their mother comes first. And I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, when you get married, and I mean, you know what? I'm not even gonna talk about the baby mama thing, because that's a whole nother that's a new thing. I really don't know the terms of that. I can't relate. But I'm gonna just go ahead and say, when it comes to marriage though, when it comes to getting married and having a legal document saying that this is your man, this is your woman legally, okay, everything you sign attaches to him, everything he signs is attached to you, all that. When it comes to that, marriage, not girlfriend, not boyfriend, not even baby mama, not even baby daddy, bitch. Marriage, when it comes to marriage or legal documents, when you do that, who you are married to comes first. That is your new family. Not your mother, not your father, not your sister, not your brother, not your cousin, not your best friend. Not none of that. Whoever you marry is your new family now. Okay, so I don't even want to be accusatory, right? I really don't. But when you do this, and you ain't new to this, but you true to this, you gotta ask the hard questions. You gotta probe. You gotta, like, even if you don't have the actual facts, but you have evidence to equate to those facts, sometimes you gotta, like, be realistic with the conclusions that you're given, okay? I don't want to do this, but I'm gonna do this. You put your marriage out there, you put yourself out there. We're here to watch and commentate. So get mad at yourself for putting yourself out there. Now, when it comes to Monique and Chris's marriage, I have some questions, comments, and concerns. Now, I think they're cute together. I think that everything looks good, honky-dory, and everything looks like it works. And I've been believing it. And I'm not I'm not saying that anything, and I'm not saying that I think anything. But that don't mean I don't have some questions, comments, and concerns. Also, they're cute together, and I'm here for it. But I still got questions, comments, and concerns. Okay, I'm going to just say it. So, does Chris just look at Monique as a sex object and a baby-making machine? Now, I know some of y'all may think I'm jumping to conclusions, and like I said, I don't have all the facts. I don't know this to be factual, and even if it is factual, he ain't never going to admit it, so it don't matter. But I'm just speculating based on what I have been given, and I have come to the conclusion thus far that Chris gives off a little bit of, you know, just that old school, my woman has to cook and clean and be ready to fuck me and suck me every day, every night. And she is to wait on me and the kids. And if I don't agree to what she wants to do, it's not happening. Now, I'm not trying to say he's controlling, and I'm not trying to say that he doesn't love his wife. I believe he loves her. I believe they do have genuine love. I do believe that. But I have to question some of the things he says. And I understand, like, you know, they edit a lot and we don't see him often. So I get that. But for us to not see him often, the few times we do see him, he's always talking about how he wants more sex from Monique, or he's giving us an interpretation of how he sees his wife as just his wife on her knees sucking his dick. I mean, isn't that what he did when he gave an interpretation of his wife? But everyone did their interpretation. No one did anything sexual. Only Chris, the only one, the main one throughout the seasons, always saying he wants more sex. He doesn't want to get a vasectomy unless he gets more sex. Monique says that she wants more romance, and he says, okay, I can give you that, but I still want more sex. and then they do a reaction or a reenactment of their wives, and he's the only one who gets on his knees and pretends that he's Monique, giving him oral sex. So, I mean, when it comes to Chris and when it comes to what he has to say about his wife, it's always about sex. Now, listen, nothing wrong with wanting to fuck your wife regularly because that's your wife, you should. And as long as he ain't fucking nobody else, I don't see nothing wrong with it. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to fuck your husband regularly because as long as you ain't fucking no one else, I don't see nothing wrong with it. But even then, I mean, that's your spouse, so if you should want to fuck them, that should be a given. But my only concern with that is just like, it comes off so much as where it's like, is that all you think about when you think of your wife? Especially, I probably wouldn't have said this until he did that reenactment. That's really kind of what gave me everything I needed to feel in that moment when it comes to like how he thinks of her. Now, I'm not saying he only looks at her as a sex object. I'm not saying that's what it is, but I'm not gonna lie, I do question sometimes, like, do you think about that? Maybe not all the time, but like 75% of the time, because like you bring that up a lot. And I even like Wendy said, I agree with Wendy, like the first thing you can think of when it comes to doing a reenactment of your wife is her on her knees giving you head. That's the first thing you can think of. And it would be different if other men would have done sexual acts as well or something close to it. He was the only one, and his had to be one of the most degrading ones of them all. Like, it wasn't even like nothing romantic or sexy. It was just like straight hoe shit, like on her knees. And listen, obviously everyone gives oral to their partners, but I'm just saying, like, well, okay, maybe some people get on their knees for their husband or their wife, but like, I mean, some women don't like to get on their knees. Sometimes you do it in the bed, or sometimes, like, you know, I mean, it's just like, when I think of like on your knees, like literally knees, no knee pads, just on the floor on your knees, I think of like in a hotel, prostitutes, you know, that's just what I think of. So it just kind of comes off like, damn, like, that's your wife, the mother of 3 of your kids, and that's the first thing you can think of. And I understand he was just playing. I understand it was a joke. I understand that. But that doesn't mean there isn't some truth behind how he thinks about his wife when it comes to reenacting her. That was the first thing he thought of. Because let me tell you this. Y'all can say what y'all want, but I'm going to tell you this. Sonja don't play that. I wish my husband would. I wish we were playing charades with a group of people and they say reenact your wife and my husband gets up and pretends to be me on his knee. I wish he would. I wish he won't. I won't be on my knees for a while after that night. I promise you that. Because that's, in my opinion, and this is just me, I feel like, especially because Monique isn't just no regular ratchet bitch. She's not that. She has class. She's beautiful. She is one of those type of women that you look at as a real woman. And most real women don't want to be reenacted that way. And as a real woman myself, I know damn sure if my husband did that, we would have a problem. And I know Monique probably didn't see it as a big deal, and I'm not saying she should, but the difference is, sis, you're on TV. So you have hundreds of thousands, maybe even a couple million people seeing that the first reenactment your husband thinks of is of you on your knees giving him head. And you may not think it's a big deal. I'm just saying, if that was me, I would have a problem with it, especially if it's on national TV. Also, one more thing I want to say. Does Monique have eczema? Did she ever say on the show that she has like eczema or rashes or like psoriasis or anything? Because I know there are, like, when you can, because I have eczema. Well, I don't really have it as much as I used to, but I know when I was a kid I had it really bad. And I know people who have like psoriasis and stuff, and I know that can like flare up and get red and stuff. Because, excuse me, I'm not accusing. That's why I'm asking first. I noticed Monique had a whole bunch of like red rashes right here. Like when they were eating, rewind it if you didn't pay attention, and they were talking, and Monique had like a shirt with like her shoulder out or something, and she was talking, and you can see like all right here, there was like redness all right here. So let's look into that. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about their marriage. And then last but not least, same old, same old. I'm sorry, to be honest, I really don't see it as a big deal. I don't really even see it as a storyline. Michael cheats on Ashley again, gets caught again, and then Ashley tries to figure out how she's gonna save herself from this embarrassment again. Only difference is there's a baby involved. That's it. And rumors have it, well, I don't know if it's an actual rumor. I think it's legit because I didn't look into it because I don't really care. But last I heard, Ashley's pregnant again. So she's pregnant with baby number 2. So congratulations, I guess. But yeah, I really don't care about this storyline. I don't think it's fake. I do believe it's true, but I really don't care. I mean, we've heard it before. All Ashley's gonna do is stay with him. And if she doesn't stay with him, it won't even matter because it's like she should have been left. So really, it doesn't matter to me. But, you know, okay, Michael gets caught cheating or possibly cheating with another woman. I really don't care about the storyline. Honestly, I'm more interested in figuring out what's going on between Monique and Chris's marriage. And I'm ready to see that fight. Now listen, I'm not ready to see it because I'm excited to see them fight. Because I like Monique, I like Candace, even though Candace can be annoying sometimes, but I do like her too. And I wanted them to be friends. I wanted them to reconcile. And I know for sure that's not gonna happen after this fight and then also after their online beefs. It could probably happen in the future, but it ain't gonna happen right now. And Monique probably won't even come back to the show, so there's that. But I'm excited to see it because I know it's going to be interesting and it looks like Monique could fight. But I mean, like, this is sad. They should have never had to get that extreme. And I think the underlying thing is Monique's really upset because she feels like the whole situation with Charisse being messy could have ruined her marriage or brought trouble to her marriage. And I get that. But at the same time, it's like you keep taking it out on Candace like Candace was the one who did all this. Yes, she invited Charisse. Yes, Candace may have had messy motives and moments. So I'm not taking that away from her. But it's like, Monique, if you want to be this grown woman that you claim to be, this woman who is better than that, you got to not let bitches get to you. And you do that, and that's your downfall. Also, you're going to need to talk to your husband about giving you more romance and easing up your burden some. Because money don't make happiness. It don't buy happiness. And he may have all the money and big dick that you may love and need. But at the same time, sis, if he ain't pleasuring you and getting on his knees for you, and if he not romancing you and making you feel special and making you feel like more than just a booty call and a baby making machine, then sis, you may have more problems than just Candace. So maybe you and Chris need to have a deeper talk. I'm just saying, listen, I know that I'm not perfect and I'm not saying my marriage is perfect, but there's just certain things I would never, ever, ever allow on TV.